5 fragrance I love and 5 I hate. Let's go. Bonjour fragrance lovers, this is Clemence. I talk about fragrance. I've seen this video quite on trend at the moment, so I wanted to have my take on it. I'm gonna talk about not my ultimate favorite fragrance because you have plenty of video for you. I'm gonna talk about 2 new additions in my collection and also 3 that I really love to wear on a daily basis. And for the fragrance I hate, I also privilege some fragrance I didn't talk too much on my channel. Narcisse Taiji. This is a new fragrance in my previously sampled, smelled it a few times in a store, so I'm really happy to have this fragrance with me. Has been sent kindly by the brand after I've tried all the fragrance. This was my favorite. If you have been following me for a long time, you know that my favorite flower is Narcissus. Very special, particular flower. Give to the fragrance okay, flowery scent, you know, but also something a little bit green and a little bit solar, so it smells only like a narcotic and it gives like a strong, a little bit of darkness in the character of the fragrance, and I love it. I know if I create a fragrance, I would like my first fragrance to have Narcissus for sure. I really fell in love because it's really full on this flower. When I wear it, it's not noted in the note, but I can feel it on myself. It's got very something honeyed. Mysterious, bewitching. I also have something a little bit vintage to me in the scent. Definitely wearing that like when I'm going out on a dinner or something like that. I think it's very elegant and extremely unique. When you have a big collection of fragrance, it's really rare to be surprised again. And I was surprised with Narcisse Taiji. It's very meticulous as well. Like there's a lot of things to smell with the time it developed. Brand have been lovely enough to give me a discount code for you. So if you want to treat yourself at Atelier Materi, you've got my code Clemence10. The link is in the description. Next one is Jeroboam and it's Gozo. So at the moment, I'm actually wearing a lot of Jeroboam. I've been wearing to dinner a lot Ambra. It's an amazing amber fragrance, but I have to say my favorite of the collection is still Gozo. So, oh my god, I'm gonna sneeze. No! I'm a bit sick. I've got like a hay fever. The first time I smelled it, I thought it smelled plasticky. Directly had an image of a Barbie doll, you know. At the same time, it's very qualitative, super long lasting. It gives an amazing trail. Every time I wear it, I've got like complimented by my boyfriend, so it's nice. I'm gonna cry, literally. I'm sorry, guys. Smell you never smelled before. It would be for me difficult to actually give you the note of everything because I don't think it's reflective of how it smells like. If you like fragrance, like for example the range of Thierry Mugler, you know, those very addictive smell. This for me is a bit in that vibe, very different from the rest of the collection that they have. It's a bit of an alien, and that's what I like about it. Again, something very unique, but at the same time I feel it's really easy to wear. I wanted to talk about like Ambre Cello from l'Orchestre Parfum, but at the moment I'm wearing Moist Piano Santal, which was my first crush into the brand. So imagine like a dry, very smooth sandalwood, very creamy with lactonic note, so milky and ambroxant at the end. So it gives like something a little bit more ambery at the end and also project all the ingredients around. Got something like heavy and creamy, but also something that is quite airy. Directly we go back to fall. This is something that I'm really gonna wear every day. Next one is a new fragrance from MICALLEF, super qualitative house. I have quite a few of them and I love them. They send me their new fragrances, which is Soleil Passion. I was quite skeptical. I've seen the composition before smelling it and I was like, oula, because I've seen strawberry notes and I don't know if you know, but I'm allergic to strawberries, but only artificial aroma of strawberry. If it's the real fruit, I can definitely eat it. If it's like something like very chemical like, I'm sick. But this really smells like a proper strawberry at the start because it's got a green tone. You have this explosive, very vivid strawberry. It's like a fizzy, citrusy fruit pomegranate note to intensify this very juicy This is extreme glamorous fragrance. Definitely see myself with a little casual chic cocktail dress. It's extremely natural, but at the same time those red fruit give something extremely glam. It's very rare when I find those fragrances like this. So punchy and so vivid, so naturally beautifully done that it gives you a punch of happiness. It's like when you have a fruity fresh cocktail, you know that feeling. Well, that's it. It's delightful, it's beautiful. And also with MICALLEF, since a few months now, I've got a discount code which is clemenceccfragrance. So you've got the link in the description below. If you want to get yourself a MICALLEF fragrance, you've got a lot that are so beautiful, and you've got my discount code. Voilà. Go a bit to designer. Narciso Rodriguez, and it's the Poudré. I have back this fragrance in my collection. I didn't have it anymore because I gifted it to my mother, and it was not because I didn't like it. It was because I saw it was extremely beautiful, so I wanted to give it to my mom. I regretted it instantly. An amazing masterpiece to me. If you smell any Narciso, you will see that they are very cloudy, very powdery. And all of them are like that, even the masculine range. Very sensual and at the same sexy, but a classy sexy. It's not like a trashy sexy, like a blusher to me. It's actually one of the designers that I only spray twice, which is very rare because with designer, because they are less concentrated, I usually spray a lot. I don't say they are bad fragrance. It's just my little humble taste. I don't like it. I don't mind if people tell me that they hate some of my fragrances. It's personal. It's your opinion. It's your no. I'm not saying that not nicely done and not great. I'm just saying I don't like it. Okay? Dior Homme 2020, for me, my impression of it is really bad. First of all, because no iris in Dior Homme, which it's the signature of the range, so I don't get it. Oh, they try to be the alpha male fragrance to me, and I really don't like it. It's got nothing really special, and I have to say the few times I sprayed on my skin personally, it turned to this very sweaty smell, very generic. It's sad. It's very sad compared to the classic Dior Homme, like, sorry. Tresor Midnight Rose by Lancôme. Long story. 10 years ago, something like that, I was doing my first internship as sales representative for, I think it was Dior at the time. And I was in a Sephora at this time. And every time I was going to this Sephora, it was a great team. And they were spraying me with a Tresor Midnight Rose. The worst thing you could ever do to me. Smell was sticking to me all day, and I have to wash everything, and even sometimes I had to change. It's exactly what I mean when I say sometimes I dislike red fruit in a fragrance. There's a lot of red fruit mixed with the rose in this one. It's just they made it super synthetic red fruit. They don't smell like fruit. They smell like synthetic stuff. It's too much, and the rose is like, for me, smell like a red rose, like a very intense red rose. And there's something that I dislike is red roses. It's very difficult for me to like them, or it needs to be extremely natural, maybe with a bit of green touch, or like something to balance it, and this is not balanced at all. I can't even smell it. 3 is Jean-Paul Gaultier Ultramale. I love Le Male range, but my least favorite one is the super popular Ultramale. Yeah, okay, yeah, that smells great, but not to my taste. It lacks of classy vibe. I've smelled it a few times on a grown-up man, and I was like, why? It smells a bit like too young, like it's like very this show-off character in the fragrance that I really don't like. It's like a clubbing fragrance to me. People are hyping it because, oh yeah, super long-lasting projection. Well, personally, I don't buy my fragrance for performance. It's definitely a bonus. For me, it's not my first criteria. Not my stuff, sorry. It's Kirke by Tiziana Terenzi. I don't like it. I think it's like too much on my face, and at the same time there's something like quite weird at the end. I don't really enjoy. It's just too much. And in general, Tiziana Terenzi, I've never been really keen too much. I love the packaging, but every time I'm trying to smell it, maybe I need to spend more time with the fragrance. Maybe I'm unfair. And also I think I've been a bit annoyed because when I went to Aix-en-Provence, they were there, and I went there 3 days, you know, like 3 days I was there like to try to smell the fragrance, and every time like just like I had like weird looks, like people looking at me very weirdly, not even saying hello to me. I'm a bit bitter. For me, it reflects a lot from the brand. I was not too keen on the fragrance, plus this, and I'm like, no. Tom Ford London. It's funny because I used to appreciate this fragrance. Now it's like big no. Warm, spicy tone is very dark, acidic, a bit dirty. I'm living in London since 7 years now, and for me this fragrance doesn't reflect at all London. Unless you wanted to talk about the dirty street of London, it's pretty clean, you know. So the English perfumery is usually something fresh. I think of Jo Malone, or I think of Pen Elegance, this Miller Harris, fresh, natural, you know. This, I'm like, London? Really? Tom Ford, have you been to London? Let me know comment which are your favorite, the fragrance you love and the fragrance you hate. I'd be very curious. Be respectful in the comment. My mom always told me, if you don't like vegetable, you don't say they're disgusting, you say, I don't like it. That's it. That's my opinion. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed there. Leave a little like. It really helps the video for the referencement. I will see you very soon. Bye now.
Let's clock out, you and me, wander around West County, take my hand, shop and see.
Viens, je t'emmène dans mon paradis bleu.